Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome. This is the Basketball Champions League and the battle between AEK and Pinar Karsiyaka. Well, here is the schedule for Group B today. Reggio Emilia also taking on Telecom Basketball, and AEK going up against Pinar Karsiyaka here in Greece. And as you look at the standings, Telecom Basketball already have clinched their spot in the round of 16. The battle right now is for those two play-in places for the round of 16. And what needs to happen? Well, if Reggio Emilia win against Telecom Bonn, that means the loser of this game would not advance to the play-in. So the stakes are high, and both of these teams certainly with aspirations of making it, staying alive in this competition. Both have gone very far in this competition before. Of course, AEK have actually won it here in Athens in year number 2. Pinar Karsiyaka starting with Jalen Brown, Eric McCollum, Ali Efes Barish, Berkin Dermash, Thomas Akasili, Dusan Jantekin, Mendogas Kuzminskis, Brian Angola, Angel Delgado, Vido Brown, Merritt Jellup, and Kanan Sipahi playing for coach Ufuk Sarija, excuse me. And for the home team, AEK, as they line up, Antonis Kaniatis, Tim Frazier, Andreas Petropoulos, Vasilis Anthopoulos, Demetrius Flionis, Cameron McGriff, Isaiah Miles, Alexander Madsen, Konstantinos Papadakis, Kenny Williams, Akil Mitchell, and Yanis Strelniaks playing for coach Ken Zoris. So one of the great things usually about the AEK games is they have got some loud fans, some excited fans, but the club being punished for fan unrest at their most recent game, and will not be able to have fans for this highly charged contest even without them. I mean, the stakes are incredibly high, and all you can say is, well, the fans have the right to come to the games, but they've got to behave. And obviously, the punishment, 3 games behind closed doors in the Basketball Champions League, and a €10,000 fine. Nevertheless, Pinar Karsiyaka and AEK, I'm certain, are going to provide plenty of intensity, and we're going to be bringing you all of the action. So Pinar Karsiyaka, I mean, for both of these teams, really, if they fail to move on into the play-in, it would be a real downer, because both of them, again, do have aspirations for going all the way. AEK did it in year 2 in that remarkable Final Four that was played here, just with the most amazing scenes in the stands. The good scenes in the stands, the flag waving and the cheers and everything else. And Pinar Karsiyaka obviously have made it to the final, but have yet to win the title. They come in hoping to do so this season, but again, they control their own destiny tonight. And if these teams can learn anything from what transpired yesterday, what happened with PAOK winning at Dijon, it was something they ended up having to do, because had they not, Dinamo Sassari would have leapfrogged them into the play-in places, because they upset Unicaja Malaga, one of the best teams in the Basketball Champions League this season, and Unicaja Malaga team which is already in the round of 16. So with Bonn having already punched their ticket, it does raise questions what type of performance they're going to put up tonight. I'm sure it'll be a really good one. There's Sarija and Kanzura shaking hands, and also the teams, and getting ready for what promises to be a most thrilling encounter. And in this amazing basketball city where we've seen so many basketball games, and for my money, one of the all-time great Olympics that was played here in 2004. Not to mention the various European club competition finals and playoff games that have been staged over the years. You pretty much feel the heartbeat of basketball whenever you come into Athens. It is a spectacular venue. It is a spectacular city, and always fun to come. There will be no fun and games, though, for this Pinar Karsiyaka team as they come out today and really try to lay the wood and lay down the law against AEK. So just minutes away from the opening tip. A lot of other action also in the Basketball Champions League tonight, and we'll be updating you on things as they transpire, particularly with respect to Bonn and their game against Unhotel's Reggio Emilia. So we also caught a glimpse of the referees over there. I think we're going to introduce you to them. And if not, I'll be sure to give you the names. But a good refereeing crew fitting for a game with big-time implications. There they are. Antonio Conde in the middle. From Spain is the crew chief. Also from Spain, Luis Castillo on the right. And Andres Ankrogers from Latvia on the left. So those three, that trio has refereed a lot of games in international competition, at Olympics, at FIBA Basketball World Cups, Eurobaskets, and here they are doing this. And of course, in the Basketball Champions League, Brown, Angola, Delgado, Brown, and Sipahi in the starting five for Pinar Karsiyaka. And they were really stunned, I shall say, even though they knew that Bonn would be a good team. In their last game, they really were beaten at home, much to the surprise and dismay of that man right there, Ufuk Sarıca, the former Turkey national team coach, and much to the disappointment of the Pinar Karsiyaka fans in Izmir, who are some of the best fans in the world and most passionate. So they'll be looking on from afar, no doubt, and cheering for their team tonight. It'll be Dimitris Flionis, McGriff, Kenny Williams, Akil Mitchell, and Strelnieks, the Latvia international, who will be in the starting five for AEK. And of course, Strelnieks looks like he's going to be making his FIBA Basketball World Cup debut next year, unless something happens. His team, he played a role for Latvia as they made it to the Basketball World Cup. Anyway, AEK could finish second with a win, third with a loss if Bonn win, fourth with a loss if Bonn lose. And Mitchell has scored 12+ points in each of his 5 games in the Basketball Champions League this season. So I guess you'd say that is Mr. Consistency in terms of offensive production. Pinar Karsiyaka lost their last 4 road games in the Basketball Champions League without scoring more than 71 points. Eric McCollum scored 18+ points in each road game while averaging 9 assists. I don't think there's any doubt that both of these teams are well equipped to make a run, but you got to take it one game at a time, and that will be the mindset, I think, of Ilias Kanzouris, the AEK coach, and what he's transmitting to his players. They're going into this not expecting Bonn to do them any favors in their game against Reggio Emilia. They're coming in this looking to win, looking to hopefully finish second. And you'd say the same thing for Pinar Karsiyaka. slight delay here before we get ready to go. And now we're ready. Well, hello everybody. Good evening from Athens, Greece. This is the Basketball Champions League. The vitally important game between AEK and Pinar Karsiyaka is underway. A behind closed doors game. And AEK winning the opening tip and getting the pass inside, and the foul has been called. So Mitchell won the opening jump ball there. Angola called for his first foul. And AEK missing was Kenny Williams, but another chance, and Strelnieks also misses. Hands up, and the ball goes out of bounds, so good defense. Concentration. It's all about 40 minutes of effort, of intensity, of challenging plays on both ends of the floor. Any lapses could prove costly, or will prove costly for the team. Kaner Sapahi rebounds the miss from Williams, who's missed his first couple of attempts. There's Kaner Sapahi, the Turkey international, passes it back outside to Angola, the Colombia international, and his pass deflected, or his move, the ball knocked away, and he turns it over. So rough start for Angola, and that was just good defense from that AEK. Mitchell especially. Leonis brings it up the floor. Gets it over to Strelnieks. Mitchell turns it over, leads to an Angola fast break. And Angola throws it over again. Started the season with Galatasaray. That didn't go well, so he moved to Pinar Karsiyaka. 3-point attempt for AEK, and another miss, this one from McGriff. Here's the lob. It wasn't the dunk, but that'll do for Cameron McGriff. And good catch in the corner from Brown. Now back to Kaner Sapahi. Open for three. Misses, but there's the follow. Getting in, Vido Brown. Well, in some cases, if you're a coach, you'd rather see an offensive rebound and putback than a made jumper, because it tells you that your players are locked in, and you make those types of plays, it bodes well for you the rest of the night. Eventually, the jumpers will fall. Here's McGriff again, down to Mitchell. Leonis whips it into Mitchell. Good move from Mitchell. Ends up finishing with that left hand. Quick pass. And Karsiyaka a little confused defensively. Brown. And Brown from downtown. And now the steal from Delgado gets the hands up, and just unnecessary. Very careless, uncontrolled pass from AEK. There's Brown again, and he's feeling it. Goodness gracious. Leonis over to Williams. AEK trailing by 4 here at home. Remember, no fans. They're going to have to generate their own energy, their own passion. Strelnieks. Here's McGriff. Oh boy, that was a sweet move from McGriff. Gets into the lane with scores with a hook shot, jump hook. Angola for three. Brown knocks it away. The pass down low from Mitchell to McGriff, and he's fouled by Brown. Almost feel like Angola needs to come out of the game and just push the reset button and re-enter, because he has had a rough start. Pass, and good defense from Vito Brown. Sapahi looks up the floor, gets it to Angola in the middle, over on the wing to Brown, and that was a heat check. He misses for the first time. Now Strelnieks over to Flionis. Oh, and his big moment arrived, and he lost control of the basketball. Look at him, he's so frustrated. He had a rim rocker waiting to happen and just kind of lost control of the basketball. Ilias Kanzouras is like, how can you have the rim rocker and you lose control? You got to be able to finish that. Those things happen. And Mitchell, good job defensively. Ike wanted the over. Backcourt violation. Here's Angola driving in and misses another one, but there's Delgado, and he's fouled. The Dominican Republic international with a big play for Pinar Karsiyaka. So he goes to the line. I mean, the ability of Angola to put the basketball on the deck and get to the basket, well, that's promising, but again, he missed the layup. But fortunately for Karsiyaka, Angel Delgado was in position to score, to get the rebound and score. So the 5-point advantage for Karsiyaka now. Here, Strelnieks gets it across midcourt. McGriff. Back to Strelnieks. Here's McGriff, Mitchell. And misses it from long range. He gets it back. And Flionis over to Williams. McGriff drives in. He's blocked by Delgado. Delgado getting it done. Now the pass to Brown. And Brown misses the shot, but the whistle. And, well, that didn't go well for Vito Brown. He was shouting "and one" as he released the ball, thinking he was going to make the shot. And he's been called for a charge. He didn't even make the shot. Kenny Williams, former North Carolina Tar Heel, inbounds the basketball. Leonis. Inside to McGriff. And they will stay at this thing. Good defense. Brown again, he's hit a couple of threes. Gets it over to Vito Brown, who misses. So it is a cold shooting start for Pinar Karsiyaka, yet they're winning 11-6. Also in the game, as you look at the three-point attempt, and Williams can't get the drop still. Thomas Akyazli in the game for Pinar Karsiyaka. And Angola out. So here's Brown again, this time missing, but offensive rebound, and even Eric McCollum. Akyazli commits the foul. Well, McCollum is just such an accomplished scorer. I mean, he's missing his shots from inside the paint that he would usually makes with his eyes closed. And again, those struggles evident for Karsiyaka at the other end, but again, up by 5 points. And Mitchell, he misses with the layup. Mike getting some good looks, not putting theirs away. Akyazli over to McCollum. Good job stepping in front from Yadis, who's checked into the game. Delgado, Mendogas Kuzminskas also in. Akyazli! There you go, the super sub comes in. They found a shooter. So the three-point shot has been big for Karsiyaka. Jaylen Brown with a couple of makes, and now Akyazli. And Tim Frazier, who has checked into the game, misses. And the basketball goes off of Mitchell and out of bounds. There's McCollum, explodes, hangs in the air, still can't get the drop, but look at the hustle from Delgado. Boy, he's playing himself a game tonight. And you remember in that last game that they played, tough call on Delgado, and then he reacted by getting a technical foul and had to leave the game, and it was from that point on that Bond just really lowered the boom. So he gets a well-deserved break, but I can't imagine him staying out of the game too long. Durmash has checked into the game. No, Jantekin, excuse me. Jantekin. And the bump and the foul. Can Pinar Karsiyaka build a lead, and McCollum almost turning it over. He launches it from three. Akyazli challenging. The ball goes out of bounds off of Kenny Williams. And I really think that Sadija knows his team hasn't really finished a lot of opportunities, and he has to be really pleased that they're up by 8 points. Ike have been very poor in this first quarter. Akyazli for three. Boy, I mean, this is you talk about X factor of the mother of all X factors. Akyazli coming off the bench and hitting a couple of three-pointers here in the first quarter. It is a huge development for Pinar Karsiyaka. The three-point shot has been important, and with Akyazli, I don't think you expect him to do what he's done, especially as quickly this early in the game. Ike on the back foot, they call timeout.
Then, guys, please, let's play a little bit more solid defense on the ball. Okay, now one more foul to give.
Let's go. Look good, feel good, play good. Ready, big man? I'm always ready, baby.
Well, you can go to YouTube or the other Basketball Champions League social media channels to check out the mic'd up moments from Tyrus McGee.
Guys, hey, listen to me, hey. Easy, keep your mind clear and let's say go.
Be more aggressive, be more aggressive.
The Finland international Alexander Madsen checking into the game for the first time. So he comes in for AEK. Xanthopoulos. I think I misidentified him earlier. Koniadis. Here's Xanthopoulos, has it. Dribbles right. And is passed right into the hands of Kuzminskas, who gets it to McCollum out on the wing. And there's Jaylen Brown, his third from downtown. And Karsiyaka with the hot hands all of a sudden from deep. They've got a 20-6 lead over AEK. And that was a cross check you might see more often on the ice from Jan Tekken. Picks up his first foul. And Kenny Williams goes out of the game. Andreas Petropoulos enters the contest for AEK. Xanthopoulos misses the free throw. One of the veterans. And well, that was not a good trip to the free throw line for AEK. And probably indicative of how the entire first quarter has gone for them. McCollum. Good job, Jan Tekken knocking it out for another 14 on the shot clock for Pinar Karsiyaka. You know that Brown wants to take it. No, Kuzminskas is going to join the three-point shooting party, but misses. Three-pointer, nope, and the rebound by Petropoulos. Here it is from the corner again, and this time, and maybe that's going to get him going. Bearing it was Miles. McCollum fouled as he crosses midcourt. AEK had one to give. But still plenty of time for Pinar Karsiyaka here. 5.8 seconds remaining. Here's Koniadis checking into the game. So Xanthopoulos goes out. How big would that Miles shot be? He'll be hooked. Oh, almost went over. Oh, no, he did go over and back. Boy, McCollum is just, again, as well as Angola, those two guys have really struggled today. And that's going to really befuddle Sajad, his team not even able to inbound the basketball. And they've now created an opportunity for AEK, who just hit that three-pointer. Now they've got another chance to get a 2 or 3. Could be a big point in the game if AEK can get a basket here after that turnover. Well, the basketball inbounded to Madsen, who gets it back. He goes in, and the follow, and AEK not able to convert right at the end. They're appealing for a foul, but those appeals fall on deaf ears. And Pinar Karsiyaka lead it 20-9 over AEK at the end of the first quarter. Look at the three-point shooting for Karsiyaka. That is the big difference in the game. They've got 4 more threes than AEK. Neither team shooting well inside the arc. And not too many free throw attempts. So look back at the opening quarter, the highlights. And these two teams kind of felt each other out for the first couple of minutes before Karsiyaka got the wind in their sails with Jalen Brown hitting not just once, not just twice, but 3 times from three-point range. Delgado played very well in the first quarter. And here's a real contributor today, Akiazli coming off the bench. And he will have gone up. He will have been, he's now firmly in the good books of Sadija for his contribution in this opening quarter. Akiazli. I'll tell you how significant it is as we look again at Brown stroking it from deep. Akiazli came in averaging the grand total of 1 point per game. He had 3 points against Bond in the last one. He didn't play against Reggio Emilia. And the last game, I mean, his biggest game, in fact, was playing 8 minutes against AEK in the opener, and he didn't score. So for him to come out and play as well as he has, sometimes all you need is a chance. And when you get that chance, you need to take advantage of it. And the way he's done it today bodes well for his future. Here, look at this. Now he's almost forcing the turnover. Akiazli getting it done on the defense. And sure enough, AEK turned the basketball over. Well, AEK really, I think, desperate for Strelnieks, especially to Janis Strelnieks, to take over, show some leadership here in these difficult moments. Kuzminskis to McCollum. Just back. And that's Eric McCollum that we're used to seeing. And he takes the Karsiyaka lead to 22-9. Again, this game being played behind closed doors today as AEK are punished for recent events in the last game. Eight on the shot clock for McCollum. Kuzminskis, feet set. You can count it. The Lithuanian international. And this could not really be going any better for Ufuk Sadija and Pinar Karsiyaka here in hostile territory against a AEK team that knows what it's like to go on a run to win the title. Here is the drive from Strelnieks, and he's fouled. And then Angola has words with Strelnieks. Akiazli really hears the applause from his teammates as he goes over, and Kane Sapahi comes back into the game. Strelnieks for three, and McCollum grabs the miss. McCollum, nice move, but the ball batted out. Kane Sapahi has it. Sapahi open, and he misses from deep. just really finding it difficult on offense. Strunix reaches in, commits the foul. So Pinar Karsiyaka with a huge opportunity here to put this game away in the first half. If they can really turn on the style, keep the pressure going. They don't want to have wasted possessions. They want to keep attacking. They want to keep playing good basketball. Delgado, nice pass, Delgado. He has looked really good, hasn't he? And the foul, and one coming. And you never know, this might be the start of something beautiful for Pinar Karsiyaka this season. A win like this could really catapult them onto bigger and better things. And AEK absolutely lost right now, going over for a timeout.
Andrea, how is it possible? She slipped, so you have to force him there, my friend. Guys, listen, we are not playing basketball. We don't go in place, we don't execute, we don't move the ball. And we don't go to the basket. We are just playing like this, with terrible spacing, and we are shooting threes. LeBron, first offense. We go like this. Akil, you screen for Isaiah. Okay, I have Leonis here. I have Giannis. Kenny, you are here. Isaiah, you got the ball. The moment of the screen, Kenny. Yeah. Fake high and go low. Take a look on this one. If for any reason the ball comes here, then I need that we screen everybody for Kenny. Hey, listen to me. Stay calm in your mind and let's execute offense and defense. Okay? Let's go.
Well, it's really hard to put your finger on it the way AEK have played today, but they have not looked good at all, and it just keeps going from bad to worse, with Karsiyaka now leading 27-9, and McCollum at the free throw line. You know, they did win that last game in Athens over Reggio Emilia 68-59. And their previous game, they only lost by 8 in Bonn. And McCollum does not capitalize. Basketball is a game of runs, though, and AEK will be trying to go on a run here in this second quarter to keep their hopes alive of getting the win. And Mitchell doesn't get it to fall. McCollum bounce pass to Delgado. Boy, I'm impressed by Delgado. That was a good pass from McCollum, but Delgado has just really found a comfort zone on the court where we're seeing the best of him. When he came to Europe for the first time, it was a struggle adapting, but he seems to really understand his role in this team, and you can see he's got some talent. Here is a three-pointer, and Kuzminskis with the rebound. Sipahi from deep, and Kaden Sipahi takes it up to a 32-9 lead, and you can just feel the love and the excitement in Izmir as they watch their team race into a big lead. Flionis, and I think the foul before the shot called on McCollum. Brown comes into the game. He was crucial early on with his shooting. And Tekin also comes back into the game. Mitchell goes in and earns a trip to the line. years of age. Played his high school basketball at Charlotte Christian. And if you think you've ever heard that before, well, it's because Steph Curry played at Charlotte Christian. The team used to be coached by the legendary Bobby Jones. Charlotte Christian in Charlotte, North Carolina. Here is Mendogas Kuzminskis. And the three-point shot from Angola. I tell you, I mean, we've seen some Karsiyaka, impressive Karsiyaka performances over the years, but this is just turning into a rout of epic proportions. We're talking about halfway through the opening quarter. Kenny Williams can't get it to drop. Williams back outside. Strelnick's wide open for three. And when you're down by 25 points, it gets harder and harder to hit that shot. And right now, Pinar Karsiyaka, everything they put up, it feels like it's going in. Kuzminskis turns. Now the three-pointer, missing. Mitchell feeds it down low, and Angola whistled for the foul. Well, we saw Miles hit that three-pointer, and we're not going to see it now because he's out of the game. So it's Flionis, Coniatis, McGriff, Mitchell, and Williams. There's inside to Mitchell. He goes up for the throwdown. So the two-handed flush and the timeout has been called, and I think Saja doesn't want any whiff of a good feeling to enter over there on that bench for Ike, so he calls a timeout, tries to disrupt or prevent a run.
I know. Angie, Victor. Hey, B, you will come from this side. J, go under the basket. Kenan, play with ball, okay? Kenan, biraz da sola gelebilirsin. You can come over. JB, Victor, Angie. First back pick for Victor. The player pick, Angie. For him, okay? Come for shot. If not oldu be attack. Save for the corner.
Break now.
So Pinar Karsiyaka leading at 35-12, and again, you could argue they've already lowered the boom, but I guess comebacks are possible. They would like to finish this first half strong. Brown for three, short, oh boy, no, box out, and Ike escaped. Flionis brings it up the court. McGriff into the corner, wide open Kenny Williams, and Kenny Williams finally gets one to drop. His reputation, his shooting ability, but he had missed his first 4 attempts. Coniatis in the game. Getting into it a little bit with Brown. So Brown taking exception to the forearm in his midsection as Cunyalas is trying to be strong defensively and then ended up pushing him away. Good job by Conde to separate them. So good job defensively, drawing the charge. And really, as bad as Ike have been shooting the basketball today and getting any points, any success at the other end, it's got to happen on the defensive end first. They have got to really knuckle down on defense and get stops, and they get one here. Kenny Williams tripped up by Sipahi as he tries to split the defense with less than a second remaining. And with that, he gets a trip to the free throw line. So Vito Brown kind of left his knee out, called for the foul. And Kenny Williams gets the first one to drop. Chance for an even bigger trip down the floor, because despite the miss by Williams, the hustle from McGriff leads to another opportunity for Ike. And an offensive foul. Watch this again. And it was McGriff getting tangled up with Brown. There's no hesitation by the referee to make that call. McCollum comes into the game. So, again, a missed opportunity for Ike. Angola decides to drive, gets it over to Brown, and Brown's attempt off the back of the cup, but gets to Angel Delgado, rebounds it but misses, or turns it over. Well, it's no look, and oh boy, McGriff missing the layup. Brown drills it, 4-point swing after the missed layup. And now the turnover. Angola comes up with the steal. Brown wide open. Oh, that is a killer. That is what you call a first half dagger right there. That is a crucial sequence. I'm not sure Ike are going to recover from that. 40-16, Karsiyaka on top of Ike. Williams launches it and makes his second three-pointer. But if ever a team has been their own worst enemy today, it has been Ike. That said, they trail by 21 points. Still a long way to go. And Karsiyaka will be well aware. Now they turn it over and a chance on a 3-on-2 break, but Fleonis decides to bring it back out. And puts up a three and makes it. Well, had he missed that, you would have wondered what he'd been doing, but hey, he knows what he's doing. And now it's an 18-point deficit. And you remember Kansouris telling his guys, imploring them to remain calm in their minds. But you got to play with some anger and some intensity on this end of the floor. Shot clock about to expire. McCollum, is he aware? He looks for space. He gets to Angola, and he doesn't get it off in time. So Akiazli, Kuzminska's back in the game. You can almost argue with Akiazli that he should have been earlier. Should have sat down for a breather and then come back in. He was playing so well on his first appearance. And here he is now to finish the first half. Angola heads back over to the bench. Akiazli's been the better player of the two today for sure. Mitchell. Nice hook and scores again down low, this time going to his right. Don't look now, folks, but it's 40-24. AEK showing signs of a comeback. And they could do with one more stop and bucket before halftime. McCollum over to Akiazli. And Mitchell has it, and I think AEK will attempt to take the last shot here. So they'll make their move probably with about 8-7 seconds. Nope, Flionis taking it even deeper. Here he is, his three blocked. And McCollum gets it off. I think Flionis took a little too much time there. You want to get the shot up, and then in case you miss it, you might get an offensive rebound and putback. But AEK certainly, for a team trailing by 16 points, they'll be happy because it was much worse. 40-26, Pinar Karsiyaka on top at halftime. Karsiyaka 6 of 11 inside the arc, 9 of 22 from deep, 4 of 16 from deep for AEK, 5 of 15 inside the arc, and not a lot of free throws taken, although AEK have gone just 2 of 6. Karsiyaka owning the glass, 24-16, 8 of their rebounds coming on the offensive boards, also 8 of the 18 boards offensive rebounds for AEK. Jaylen Brown with 12 points, Akiazli with 6, and Delgado with 5. Mitchell, Williams each with 7 points for AEK. Well, these are the best plays, and the way it started with McGriff scoring on that alley-oop off the lob. Looked like they were going to be okay, AEK, but it was Pinar Karsiyaka that really got the better of the exchanges in that first quarter. Mitchell did score with that one, but Brown got hot. And even though Angola missed, Delgado was there making great plays. Brown again, stroking it from deep. And then this guy said, I'm going to take center stage. Akiazli hits not just 1, 2, but 3 in the quarter. And this is Brown, who just really was, I suppose you have to give him the nod for the top player in that first half for the way he was able to pour in the points. Miles with a badly needed three-pointer for AEK. And then McCollum, who kind of struggled at the start of this game because Minskas came out and got one of his threes to go. Look at the pass from Delgado. We've seen his defense today. We've seen his passing, his scoring, his attacking on the boards. Delgado, here he is, his ability to finish down low. Really good work. And then Sipahi, another of the made three-pointers. And that was Angola, who again struggled in the first half but was able to get it to drop. Mitchell led a little bit of a recovery for AEK at the end of the first half. They still got a mountain to climb, 16-point deficit, but with players like Williams, who has hit a couple of threes, Mitchell, and especially if they can get it going on the defensive end, they'll have their opportunities to come back. But Brown was just sensational. Jaylen Brown, 4 of 8 from three-point range. Akiazli, 2 of 3 from deep. And again, Mitchell leading the way, scoring with that little hook shot. 7 points and 5 rebounds for him and 3 steals. So Jaylen Brown came out feeling it and scored 12 points. He made his first couple of threes, then he missed one, then he hit his third, then he had a few misses and hit another one. You're not going to make them all, and he made enough to make a real impact in this game. He knew right where to go. He got his feet set and made it look easy. So if Brown likes the sight of Ike, who he had 17 points against in the first meeting, Akil Mitchell likes the sight of Pinar Karsiyaka. He's come out and even though he's missed a couple of shots, he's been the steadiest performer today, you could argue, as Ike now going to have to play some good, smart, hard basketball. Play smart, play together, and they'll have a chance to get back in the game. So we are at halftime, and it is Ike trailing Pinar Karsiyaka 40-24. We'll be right back for the start of the second half.
Turnover, and Dijon are going to take the lead. Oh, what a dunk.
25 seconds to go. They'll run the clock down as much as they can, but they've got to score as well. It's important for Perry, and Malaga lead by 1.
All of a sudden showing that he can drill it from downtown. Lucial gets the behind the back pass from Javon Smith. The beautiful little 1-2 punch.
Bosnians come again through Dioshilo. No way through. Watson with the grab. Jukic has played really well in the game. 15 points. And he's winning for them. Baby hook shot, oh, magnificent! Has he won it on the buzzer? Oh, Darko Jukic has been magnificent throughout the game.
40-24, Pinar Karsiyaka on top of Ike at halftime. And this really puts Ike in a dangerous position as they try to lock up second or third spot in the play-in for the round of 16. Because as they are trading blows here against Pinar Karsiyaka, Reggio Emilia are really playing hard, playing well, but trailing 44-40 at halftime at home against Telecom Basketball. Now, if Reggio Emilia win that game, they will leapfrog the loser of this game into the play-in position. So that's the stakes, and that puts the onus on Ike, especially to come out and play hard, play together, play well for the next 20 minutes to give themselves a shot at victory. I mean, this thing looked like it was almost over when Pinar Karsiyaka seized a huge lead of 25 points. But Ike were able to shave 9 points off that deficit, and right now trailing by just 16. You know, you play good defense, force turnovers, score some easy buckets, and also the three-point shot that can help you get back in the game. And that's, I'm sure, what Kent Zuris is playing, but it has to start on the defensive end. They have to limit the second chance points for this Pinar Karsiyaka team. I don't think it's realistic if you're Pinar Karsiyaka to think that you're going to continue to make three-pointers the way you did in that first half. I mean, they were just knocking them in one right after the other. 9 of 22. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pinar Karsiyaka also made some changes and perhaps weren't as reliant on that shot here in the second half. So we are underway here, the second half in Athens, Greece. Pinar Karsiyaka, and here is a good start for Ike, and driving down, a good hustle and following it up and scoring. Konyatis. So it was good work from Miles, but that's why you always, because he missed the layup or had it blocked, that's why you always hustle down, and Ike landing the first blow and closing the gap to 14 points. And you know that Sarajan, despite that lead, is not comfortable over there on the bench, the coach of his team, but Mr. Smooth, Angel Delgado, has just been utterly terrific today. So that was a big bucket as Angola gets his third foul. Big bucket from Delgado. And the pass down low, and Mitchell gets it to drop. And again, it's a different Ike that we're seeing here now in the second half. And I think the way they finished that first half really kind of put them in position to go to halftime with a little bit of confidence, a little bit of focus, or a lot of focus. And they believe in their chances. Now here's Brown, gets it over to Sapahi. Peter Brown struggling today. Ball goes out of bounds with 2 seconds on the shot clock. You can see Kanzura saying, we got to box out. It almost feels like Sarajan needs a timeout if he doesn't get a bucket here, and they go to the other end. Oh boy, they let Brown go. Sapahi with the long rebound. Great rebound from Sapahi, showing his great length. And Konyatis picks up the foul. And we saw him get into it in the first half with Brown. And this time he reaches over. Look at that. They're really picking up defensively, but Delgado this time turns it over. Good job, Mitchell. Pinar Karsiyaka know they're in a battle now. Cognatis, little runner in the lane, falling away from the basket. Trying to quicken the tempo, Ike. Pass back to Brown, goes behind his back. Jaylen Brown over to Sapai from the wing. Delgado just does yeoman's work down low again. Brown for three, feed set. And the three-pointer's not falling so far in the third quarter for Pinar Karsiyaka. And quickly in and driving and scoring is Strelnieks. And sure enough, a timeout, it was coming. You could feel it from Ufuk Sarıca as Ike seemed to have figured some things out here. And now the question is, can Pinar Karsiyaka avoid what would only be viewed as a major collapse?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's great defense.
Nobody say nothing, but sometimes attack to the basket or put the ball inside. Now they play very aggressive, guys. Don't try to use NG from the half court. You must make penetration one time, two times. Try to beat your man. Okay? First offense. Two side, but who will come? Brian. Brian, use dribble. Kenan, as soon as possible, come over. Stay corner. With pick, short roll, cut, okay? Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
So let's see if Pinar Karsiyaka can steady the ship. Here's Angola. Passes back out to Sapai, wide open. And Delgado trying to keep Mitchell off the boards, wasn't able to go for the basketball. Goes to Miles. And here's Strelnieks. Pinar Karsiyaka really need to match him on the defensive end. Nice drive and hanging in, but not able to make it was Kenny Williams. He needs to put that one away. Kuzminskis, relatively quiet first half, and the reach and the foul called on Miles. And just not necessary. I guess he didn't want to give up a layup. Angola open, and that is a big shot. I mean, they're all big right now for Pinar Karsiyaka as they try to fend off the comeback.
This is a game to play. I don't know what happened. If I told you do like this.
Strelnieks over to Mitchell for three. Oh boy, he has been tough, hasn't he? Look at that. Ike averaging 75.6 points per season. Pinar Karsiyaka up at 79. And how is this one going to go? Miles called for the foul out on the perimeter. That's just not a good play, fouling the jump shooter. even if it's McCollum, who usually makes his buckets. You'd rather him make it from there than go to the line, although we did see him miss a free throw in the first half.
Wait for the ball. Wait.
So the 2 free throws. Big play. 14 points, the lead. Stronix to Miles. Entry to Mitchell. Goes up against Delgado. Great matchup there. Boy, Mitchell has really been good for Ike tonight. Good, calm, determined play on both ends of the floor for Mitchell. And that was going up against Delgado, who's been really good tonight. Shot clock winding down. Kuzminskas gets in the paint, puts it up, and he's fouled. And what you're going to find for Ike, as we see Kuzminskas get down and earn a trip to the line, is that because of the size of the deficit, the 25 points, you can go on a big run. I mean, you could go on a couple of big runs and still be trailing. So even though they've had the better of the exchanges here in the opening minutes of this second half, they still face now a 13-point deficit. Good job from the Lithuanian international, Mindaugas Kuzminskas. And Madsen comes into the game. Good defense from Angola. Angola does a lot of things well and can be a real problem for teams when he's not turning the basketball over and he's executing. I think Ike will probably breathe a sigh of relief if somebody gets word down to the bench to them that Reggio Emilia are now trailing at home 58-45 against Telecom Basketball, and so that suddenly is working in their favor. This is year number 7 of the Basketball Champions League, the second season in which we're going to have the play-in for the round of 16. That was a huge success last year. Very exciting part of the season, and I can tell you that I am looking forward to enjoying that. There's a foul out on the perimeter. Akiazili. So Cunhadas exits the game, his team trailing by 14 points. And 3-point shot not there for Kenny Williams. Mitchell saves it before it goes into the backcourt. Madsen fouled as he makes his drive by Kuzminskas.
Andres, let's go, Andres.
Deny the big man. Deny the big man.
Easy.
Stay high. Stay high.
Strelnick from 3. That's a big shot. And Ike reduced the arrears once again to 11 points. It sort of feels like if Ike can get that deficit down below 10 points, it's really going to fire them up. And here they have a chance to do just that. Strelnieks again brings it forward. Beautiful bounce pass to Mitchell, who goes up, he misses, but there's Strelnieks showing his quality on the putback, and it's a 9-point game. And it looked like Delgado might have caught an elbow from his teammate, Akiazli. No, okay, so he's gone down having turned his ankle. And they're going to help him up. That is a major concern. That is a major concern for Sarija. Not just in this game, but for the rest of the season. Because he has been playing well, and oh no. It might not be the ankle, it might be the knee. I would hope that it's the ankle, but it doesn't look good for him. And now Sarija is going to have to go the rest of the way without his best big man. And we saw how that undermined their chances in their last game when they took on Bonn. When Delgado was lost for the game, their fortunes took a turn for the worse, and he limps over to the bench. That's why you have to have a good medical staff over there to be able to evaluate an injury, and I'm guessing they're not going to take any chances to bring him back in this one, even if he wants to come back. Here's Kuzminskis for three, and Ike able to save it in bounds. Leonis. He hit the three in the first half. He passes it up this time. Here's Strelnieks. Little runner. And the break is McCollum gets the basketball. Now Pinar Karsiyaka struggling here offensively a little bit in the second half. This is a big play. Kuzminskis gets in, turns, and Mitchell held his ground, but they called the foul. Wow, I think Kuzminskis is fortunate. I think what got Mitchell that foul is the fact that he swiped down, but it sure looked to me like he got a lot of ball. And without a doubt, those types of things even out over the course of the game. Now Kuzminskis doesn't cash in on the opportunity. He misses the first free throw. And he misses both. Wow, that is huge. Mitchell on his way to an absolute sensational game. 14 points, 8 rebounds. Madsen out to Strelnieks, back to Madsen, and the flying fin puts it up and in. And can you believe it? Ike, down by 25 points in the first half, has stormed back to pull to within 6. Fascinating encounter unfolding here in Athens. And Vito Brown steps up and hits a three. How big is that shot? Kenny Williams. That's why basketball is such a great game. I mean, you just continue to play possession by possession, and maybe things will turn your way. Strelnieks misses. Kuzminskis rebounds the miss. The only player in foul trouble for Ike is Miles. He has 3. He's on the bench. And now the foul called before the shot. Akiazli has 3 fouls for Pinar Karsiyaka. He's the only player in foul trouble. I mean, the difference in this second half for Ike is their defense. I mean, they're active, their hands are active, they're moving, they're quicker to the ball, and making Pinar Karsiyaka work. So Pinar Karsiyaka trying to hold on right now. Timeout.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the previous action. When Angola was here with the team. You understand what I'm saying? You give them the chance to switch back. Okay? Hey, listen. If it's zone, We run, hey, quick for Giannis. Giannis, you are here. Alex, remember, use the fake for Kenny. That's it, okay? Flionis, you are here. You screen the last, okay? And Akil, I need that you look like this. If it's man to man, we run. Hey, 2 twist clear for Giannis, okay? So Giannis is here. You want the other side?
Well, remember, Pinar Karsiyaka won the first meeting between these two teams 91-88 in Izmir back on October 4th. And here they are trying to hold on against an AEK team that trailed by 25 points in this game in the first half. Both these teams trying to sew up a spot in the lock-in. The team that wins will finish second. The team that loses will finish third or fourth. They'll finish fourth if Reggio Emilia can come back and win against Bonn. And right now, Reggio Emilia trailing by 7 points. Mitchell, skip pass. In that first meeting, it was Delgado had 17 points and 12 rebounds for Pinar Karsiyaka. Here's Vito Brown missing, and Kenny Williams, who just rebounded that, had 20 points and 4 steals. He hasn't made quite the same impact today. Flionis for 3! Well, he's hit a couple from deep today. That gets it back to an 8-point game. Angola drives in. Oh, what a finish. He just kind of flicked it up there at the end. Angola playing better in the second half. He's got 8 points. The lead is 10. Final minute of the third quarter. Strelnieks gets in and a foul has been called. A push on Brown, I believe. So it was indeed, that's what Elmkroger, the Latvian referee, was saying. The push was on Vito Brown. That was a good call. Definitely Angola had all ball as he came through. So the Latvia international at the line, Strelnieks, and makes the first. That shot with pure magic. Sounded like the harp in the background, and he makes the second as well. Well, you got to really credit Kantzuris over there on that AEK bench. I mean, he never wavered in his belief that his team could come back, and they've really made it hard on themselves today. But as Tim Frazier comes back into the game, number 2, Williams is out, and here's Mitchell, rebounds, gets it to Frazier. Pinar Karsiyaka were calling for a travel, but it wasn't. Whistle did not blow. And the foul called. So Mitchell this time gets the benefit of the call and goes to the line with 23.1 seconds remaining. And really, that advice that Kansouras repeated over and over in the first half about remaining calm in your head, continue to play smart. He was able to get him to halftime clearly, ratcheted up the defense, the intensity in the second half. And this is a different Ike, and you got to really applaud them for staying in it. It's 56-50, Karsiyaka on top of Ike. And once again, a huge possession for Pinar Karsiyaka as they try to get a little momentum here before they head over to the bench. Cunharas back in. Mitchell comes up. McCollum for three, off 1 foot. And that's how it finishes. And Sadija without Delgado probably for the rest of the game. Injured, Kansouras. It's 56-50. Pinar Karsiyaka on top of Ike here in Athens. Well, the numbers, Ike now just with 3 fewer or 3 less three-pointers than their opponents. That three-point shot was huge for Karsiyaka in the first half. As we look back at the highlights from that third quarter, right now, Pinar Karsiyaka, at one point, they were 9 of 22. And since that point, they've gone 2 for 9 from three-point range. And some other interesting stats that's probably worth bringing up. Ike with 12 second chance points to 8 for Pinar Karsiyaka. 17 points scored off turnovers for Karsiyaka, just 10 for Ike. And 20 points in the paint. In terms of bench production, it's been better for Pinar Karsiyaka. They've got 17 coming off the bench. So as a reminder, as we look at this, you see Flionis hitting that three-pointer. If Ike do not win this game, they're in danger of not going to the play-in. And the same for Pinar Karsiyaka, because Reggio Emilia are really battling against Telecom Basket Spawn in Italy. Spawn leading by 8 points going into the fourth quarter. Strasbourg, Bonn, Galatasaray. The big shot from the flying Finn cuts the deficit to just 3 points. Pinar Karsiyaka now trying to hold on. Brown, McCollum, Kuzminskas, Angola, and Brown on the court for Pinar Karsiyaka here in the fourth quarter. Angola gets in the paint, puts it up, and now here comes Ike. And it's Frazier, and he goes in, and it's Frazier! Puts it off the glass and in. They have shaved 24 points off that 25-point deficit. Unbelievable comeback for Ike. It just did not seem likely. Good strong move by McCollum as he is fouled by Cunharas. And Cunharas is not a player you want to have guarding you. There's no doubt about it. He is a tenacious defender. Quick hands. This was Frazier. His quickness coming to the fore. And, well, lo and behold, it looks like Delgado has come back. So he is, in fact, out on the court. So that is great news. Because he left looking bad, not in a good way. So hopefully he's okay. McCollum goes up. And he is fouled. Cunharas holding his face. Here's I don't understand why. I didn't see anything go up to his face, and he's got 4 fouls now. And that's a big call because Koniatis is the player that is really stirring it up on defense. He's a player that Kansouras wants to be out on the court, and for McCollum missing the free throw, it's just a huge blow because Miskas missed a couple, and now the missed free throw is starting to become a factor for Pinar Karsiyaka. Because Miskas is 2 of 4 from the line, and McCollum is 2 of 4 from the line. And you're looking at a guy that earns his living because he can put the basketball in the hoop. He makes the second to take it back up to a 2-point lead. It's all hands on deck now for both teams as they compete and try to lock up a place in the play-in for the round of 16. Here's Mitchell, best player on the court today for AEK, missing. But the foul has been called, and he has a chance now to tie the game. And I think Sadejan not happy because there was a late whistle. Watch this. So Delgado. That's a good call. I mean, his left arm came down on Mitchell. Even if it was late, at least it's the right call. So Koniatis goes out. Kenny Williams comes back in. And it behooves Williams, if his shot isn't falling, he's really got to contribute defensively for AEK if they're going to maintain the high level of performance that we've seen of them for the past several minutes. Mitchell takes his time and makes the first. What an absolute star he has been today for his team. Stormy seas, he has been their steadying influence, and only makes 1 of 2. And again, a missed free throw. How crucial will those missed free throws be? It's 57-56. McCollum puts it up and gets it to go. It looks like he's a little angry. That's a good shot from Karsiyaka. Now Mitchell, open for 3. And doesn't get the drop, but Frazier chases it down, leans in, puts it up and in. It's a 1-point game again. Call the friends, call the family, tell them to turn it on, folks. This is going to be a thrilling finish in this 4th quarter. Pinar Karsiyaka, McCollum for 3, off. The battle for the rebound, and it's Madsen to Susayingi. The quick pass up ahead to Frazier. AEK have missed a layup with the follow, and Mitchell, the hero of the game, has gone in and scored with the putback. Wow. Unbelievable scenes. They trailed by 25 points. AEK have come back to take the lead. 7.5 minutes remaining. Brown hits a 3. Well, there's no time like the present for that guy to get hot again. Huge, huge shot for Karsiyaka. Frazier goes off 1 foot, misses. He definitely brings a nice element to the team, but he was short on that one. And McCollum fouled by Williams. I'm a little surprised that Frazier's going out because I thought he was playing pretty well. And again, McCollum fouled by Williams. Akiasley comes back in. He was a X factor with a capital X in that 1st quarter when he came off the bench and hit 2 3-pointers. And Brown, who's just hit a 3, gets it back to McCollum. McCollum needs to get it back to Brown. No, he's going to put it up. And this is, and AEK come up with a rebound. Flionis. Williams gets it to Mitchell, and he's denied at the rim, but he's fouled. So Vito Brown with the foul on Mitchell. Vito Brown gets it to go down.
Wait for the ball, please. Wait.
So Mitchell got it to go down the first one, but misses the second. Ken Zuris applauds his team. It's just ever so difficult when you come back, even though they've taken the lead, to then extend it, because Pinar Karsiyaka alive, awake, and also playing with that increased level of intensity. Here is McCollum trying to get to the rim. Looks like he got hurt on the shot. Now Ike taking it the other way. Williams to the corner. Australia hits the three-pointer, and Ike go up 64-62. And this behind closed doors game has swung the way of Ike in the second half. How big have they been? Great performance led by Mitchell, and this was a huge play by Flionis with the rim protection, and then gets the ball over to Williams, who makes the right decision to get it to the wide open Strelnieks. And timeout, Sadija and Pinar Karsiyaka. Well, that says it all. They have outscored their opponents 40-22. Ike have outscored Pinar Karsiyaka by 18 in the second half. And it is a different looking ball game right now. And it looks like a technical foul was called on Sadija. Well, that was not a good time to get a technical for Ufuk Sadija. Coaches often preach the importance of maintaining their emotional discipline to the players, but it also applies to the coaches. And the whistle blows, and the foul has been called. And Delgado just does not look like the same player, even though he's back out on the court. I mean, kudos to him for going out and trying to help the team. We almost wonder if he should be out there. The three-point shot, missing it. And Mitchell not able to save it in bounds. McCollum not having the type of game he would like. And that's not helping. Just 3 of 13 from the floor. He hasn't hit a three-pointer all day. He's 0 for 4. Akyazli, and how about that? Akyazli to the rescue. He has stepped into a phone booth tonight and come out playing like Superman. He has been sensational. Here's Kenny Williams for 3. Hits again, his third trifecta of the game. He's 3 of 8 from deep now. And Ike with their biggest lead now, 4. And look at Akyazli driving in and, well, not able to finish. And Pinar Karsiyaka, this will be a long flight home for them if they can't come back and win. Strelnieks for 3. McCollum. Under 5 minutes remaining now. And the pass by Brown goes out of bounds. Vito Brown to Jaylen Brown, off target. And really, fortunately for Pinar Karsiyaka right now, and I guess you could also say Ike, is that Reggio Emilia seem to have, the air has come out of the balloon for them because Bonn now leading 75-59 in Italy. So that means in all likelihood we will see both of these teams in the play-in for the round of 16. Flionis has it. Steps inside, gets blocked from behind by McCollum. Then it goes to Mitchell. Incredible. Well, Mitchell is just so alert. Probably has to be his best game of the season. The way he has weathered the storm, he has been terrific. Look at Mitchell out there playing defense as well. What a great example of effort, tenacity, resilience. And that foul called on Flionis. It looks like Delgado might have been fortunate to get to the line. But they did call the foul on Flionis. And Delgado, hugely important free throws, makes the first. "22 points, 11 rebounds from Mitchell. He's been the player of the game. There's no doubt about that for Ike. And here he is getting another rebound. His overall efficiency at plus 28. And here he is, Ike almost turning the basketball over. Delgado just doing everything he can to help out, able to come up with the steal. Mindaugas Kuzminskas off the front of the rim. And the foul on Karsiyaka going for the basketball. The effort from Mitchell is just off the charts. 13 rebounds, 3 steals, 22 points, 8 of 13 from the floor. And now the drive in the basket is good by Flionis. And it's a 7-point advantage for Ike. McCollum guarded by Williams. Bounce pass inside to Kuzminskas, and he's fouled as he goes up by Madsen. Well, the phrase was never more important than now. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, because Ike certainly did not start well, but they have finished, or they are finishing very well, very strongly. And that's despite not having their fans who weren't allowed to come to the game because of events at their last game ahead of the Reggio Emilia contest, which unfortunate scenes which led to a 3-game ban. No fans. And Kuzminskas makes that one and gets it back to a 5-point game. Yazley doesn't stop Strelnieks, and then it goes outside to Flionis. Strelnieks gets around Brown, hands it off to Mitchell, and he's fouled and one. And they have just been sensational in this second half. It's not the same team, folks. I mean, they must have changed the chip completely at halftime. Mitchell, 24 points, going to the line for his 25th. So Mitchell doesn't pile on the agony, he misses it. And now McCollum still searching for his offense. Kuzminskis feeds it off the rim. Mitchell, fortunately for Pinar Karsiyaka, stepped out of bounds. "14 rebounds for Brown, or for Mitchell." Akiazli gets down low and turns it over. Passes to Cognatus. They've just been overrun in the second half. The execution has been much better for Mike. The intensity on defense helped them get back in the game. And they are now just looking formidable here at the end. Williams gets it out to Mitchell for three, and that was long. And Angola fouled by Madsen. So that helps. That stops the clock and puts Angola on the line. So Jaylen Brown checks back in. Jaylen Brown comes back in for Pinar Karsiyaka. And when you're down 7 with 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, you cannot afford to miss free throws. The free throw shooting hasn't been good for this team here in the second half. So still winnable for Pinar Karsiyaka, but they've got to get stops and buckets. Jonas more than happy to take time off the clock, because the clock is also the enemy of Pinar Karsiyaka. Kenny Williams for three, and there he is. The Tar Heel nails another. From the corner, and more profligacy, more errant shooting from McCollum, who just has not been able to make anything today. Just been one of those games for McCollum. I mean, from the very first minutes of the contest. And look at the hustle. Not able to come up with the basketball. Williams is going to inbound it. And almost turns it over. Good defense from Kuzminskis, but Karsiyaka, who led by 25 points, it just nothing is coming easy right now for the visitors from Izmir. So bear in mind that with the 3-game ban, if they do end up finishing second in the group, they wouldn't have the fans for the play-in, Ike.
I have one more timeout, but I will use it later. 35. Hey, I will put the ball from here, so full court. Okay? Kenny, you are here. Mitsos, you are here. Giannis is here, and Alex is here. Maxi, okay? No. Alex is here, and Giannis is here. So what I want is, you go like this. Giannis,
Set a good one.
You
Set
can
a good
go
one.
like this. X. On the pass. Giannis, you go in the middle. Giannis, you come here. Make sure that you change your middle.
Well, you can see well below their season average right now in terms of points. You never know, they could finish with a flourish, but again, it just does not look good, does not look promising. Madsen almost has it knocked away, gets it over to Williams. Jonix has the basketball. And Pinar Karsiyaka will be thankful that Telecom Basketball went out and played hard tonight at Reggio Emilia, because they are now rolling to a big win. They have blown that game wide open. Angola fouled. So Madsen a little bit slow to get into position there. A close call there. Well, they should do a case study on this game. Be really interesting to the comments from Kent Zuris after this about how he was able to keep it together. His team and just looking like they were going to be run out of the gym in the first half, trailing by 25 points. But I think it was really key for them to finish that first half strong. Remember, they whittled that deficit down to 16. And even when they built their lead early on, Pinar Karsiyaka, you'll probably remember me saying they weren't really playing that well. But look at that now, in a turnover, a foul. Flionis, and the basketball goes back over to Pinar Karsiyaka. So he's called for the foul, Kuzminskas. Jaylen Brown runs into Mitchell, and look at Kenny Williams dive on the floor for the loose ball. And Pinar Karsiyaka fortunate that they haven't lost the basketball here. Well, this type of performance tonight from Ike, the way they have held it together in those key moments and those very depressing times when they were down by 25 points, if they can come back and win, it can really serve as a launch pad for them for the rest of this Basketball Champions League season. You know, their confidence will be soaring if they get the win. Still 53.9 seconds remaining. And now we're going to have another timeout. So you see the numbers, both teams with 12 three-pointers. But I think really the key stat is probably on the defensive end when you look at how Ike has been able to come back in this game. Well, Pinar Karsiyaka came into this game 21 in the power rankings, and Ike at number 20 that you find on the Champions League.basketball website. Interesting to see the next power rankings, how I would think that maybe they would go up a little bit if they could hold on for a win here. Vito Brown puts it up from deep. The battle for the rebound. And McCollum rather. And Ike have the basketball. It just feels like Pinar Karsiyaka sort of run out of fuel here. I think with the foul, I mean, you look at the points production tonight, and you know, bad games happen. Sometimes that's the way the defenses play. Akili Mitchell with 24 points, 14 rebounds at the line. But for Eric McCollum to go 3 of 15 from the floor for Pinar Karsiyaka and 0 for 5 from three-point range, that has been tough to overcome for Pinar Karsiyaka. Peter Brown really hasn't been able to establish himself. Kuzminskas hasn't really either. He's only made 1 3-pointer, 1 shot from the floor. Everything else he's gotten from the free throw line. So Angola, they need to get to Brown again. They're running out of time. Here's Brown, puts it up from deep and misses, but there is McCollum. And a foul has been called on Williams, shooting the 3, I believe. But they can't review a foul on the 3-point shot. So if indeed, yep. So that's what they have called, and this just gives them a little bit of hope. Still looks like Ike in firm command. Williams wanting to get a hand in the face of Brown. And not surprisingly, the way things have gone for Pinar Karsiyaka into this second half, they missed a free throw, the first of 3. His numbers well above his season average today, Brown, but he's not going to care if they don't come back and win. He makes the second. And gets the third to drop. So he makes 2 of the 3. He gets it back to a 2-possession game effectively. If you rule out the possibility of a 4-point play. No, it's definitely a 2-possession game even with that. Here is trapping in the backcourt, Flionis, and the foul called. Ike at the free throw line today have only made 10 of 18. Most of those misses coming from Mitchell. It's the only thing he hasn't done well. Flionis has not attempted a free throw, and Angola has fouled out of the game. He's looked good tonight, Flionis. Takes his time, makes the first. Gets the second to drop as well. 8-point difference. Sipahi goes out. Akiazli comes in. Another 3-point shooter. Clock is the enemy for Pinar Karsiyaka. And McCullough's nightmare game continues as he turns it over with 15.1 seconds remaining. Wonderful performance in the second half from Mike. There's Konyatis, and they're just going to dribble it out. I think it goes down as their best win of the season, folks. I mean, that's the only way you can look at it, especially considering the ramifications, what was at stake, the way they showed incredible grit and self-belief despite trailing by 25 points. They have come back to win it 80-72 over Pinar Karsiyaka. Final score, Ike 80, Pinar Karsiyaka 72. Well, this result means that Ike are going to finish second in Group B behind Bonn, whose victory over Reggio Emilia in Italy has really helped Pinar Karsiyaka, who have to settle for third place. So both of these teams will go into the play-in, but Ike, I dare say, go in with a lot more confidence, a lot more self-belief in their prospects. And Akil Mitchell was just sensational. I mean, he just put his team on his back and carried them tonight. Look at him. He was a monster. What a great performance from Mitchell. 25 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal for Mitchell. Ike, 12, both teams with 12 threes. Ike with 6 more makes inside the arc. They overcame the missed free throws. 1 more rebound, and Karsiyaka. And really, the big guns for Karsiyaka just didn't show up. McCollum couldn't get anything going. Vito Brown was a non-factor, really didn't score. Jaylen Brown gave him 17 points, and Angola had 11, but it was Ike's game. The second half, they made sure of that. So here, looking back at the second half, and you remember that they started well. They scored on that first possession to get it back to 14 points. And Delgado, before he went out of the game, after he got hurt, was really good. But I think after the injury, he just was not the same player. Angola making that shot from the right corner. Mitchell just did everything. Strelnieks made some big plays. Strelnieks, in fact, 13 points on 4 of 10 shooting from the floor. He made all 3 of his free throws. And Flionis, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He did turn it over 4 times, so that's not a good assist-to-turnover ratio. In fact, it's a bad one. Kenny Williams had 13 points, 4 rebounds, made some big plays. Madsen came out and gave his team a lift. And Frazier, even in his short minutes, I thought was pretty good, but for some reason the coach didn't keep him on the floor. I guess he wanted to have Flionis out there. And Quinianis. Here's Frazier. And Mitchell following up the miss. So in the end, 10 fast break points for Ike, 18 second chance points for Ike, 30 points in the paint for Ike, all of those bigger than Pinar Karsiyaka. He did score 17 points off turnovers, but the majority of those in the first half. Ike Yazley came out and really had a solid performance for his team. Ike Yazley came out and ended up with 8 points. Had those 2 3-pointers in the first half, so I guess they must have counted that last one as a 2. But Mitchell and Ike reigned supreme here at the end. Kenny Williams, that was his 4th 3-pointer. And coaches and players shake hands after. So here are the Group B standings. Bonn had already clinched the group before tonight, and they got the win over Reggio Emilia. So Ike finished 2nd in the group, 3-3. Pinar Karsiyaka 2-4 in 3rd place. They had the better head-to-head against Reggio Emilia. Pinar Karsiyaka therefore move into the play-in. Ike will have home court advantage in the play-in, albeit behind closed doors. So, well, you know what, folks? Where there's hope, there's life. And despite trailing by 25 points tonight against Pinar Karsiyaka, Ike never gave up. They battled, they kept a cool head, they jumped on the back of that man right there, Mitchell, and they came back for a huge famous win here in Athens tonight. I think we're going to hear some more from Ike in this Basketball Champions League season. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Πώς σε βολεύει, όπως σε βολεύουν,
Δεν έχω πρόβλημα.
Τι λέει ρε μαλάκα.
Και τα δύο προφίλ μου ωραία είναι.
Δεν υπάρχει αυτό.
Ναι, μου εντάξει.
Καλά, ο Σκιαδάς γιατί δεν μου έκανε τηλέφωνο που ήθελε. Δεν είδα ποτέ τηλέφωνο του. Γιατί δεν μου έκανε τηλέφωνο.
Coach.